You want to build a complex fictional society? Forget the massive lore dumps and endless world-building notes that will never see the light of day. There's one key tip that will instantly make your societies feel real, and it's this: conflict drives culture. Look at real-world history. Nations, empires, and cultures are defined by many factors: geography, resources, and more. But it's conflict that touches every part of a society, shaping its values, beliefs, and actions. Wars, political struggles, class divisions, technological upheavals, these forces shape how people live, what they believe, and how they govern themselves. A society without conflict? It's stagnant. A utopia with no struggle has no reason to evolve. But introduce conflict, internal or external, and suddenly that society has to adapt. That's where the richness comes from. If we want a peaceful society, it still needs pressure, an underbelly, an external threat, or even the possibility that the utopia is a facade. Once the society is in conflict, what is the conflict about? Religious divide, class tension, technological revolution, war with neighbours, limited resources, or power through conquest. But how do you apply conflict to strengthen your world building? Let's take two nations. Society A is constantly at war, while Society B enjoyed centuries of peace. Their values, their laws, even their art will evolve differently. One might prioritise military honour, while the other values diplomacy. These differences affect how their worlds are constructed. One might build towering fortress cities, while the other thrives with open trade hubs. It can also affect the nature of the characters. Because of the constant wars, the characters from Society A may be more likely to assume hostile intention, whereas characters from Society B could be more trusting, thinking the best of people even to their detriment. If war is the greatest threat, Society A will pour resources into a powerful military, whereas Society B focuses on diplomacy and alliances. We can still balance this out to maintain the tension. Society A, facing constant war, might invest heavily in military strength, with a larger battle-hardened army and fortified installations, while Society B, living in peace, might focus on technological advancements, giving them a strategic edge. The conflict between the two isn't fought with just their armies. It's a battle of methods, priorities, and strategies. This is how we can ensure the world building directly influences the characters and their decisions. When world building, don't just write about traditions, laws, or history. Ask why these things exist. What struggles shaped them? What's the biggest threat to this society right now? Who profits from the status quo, and who wants to change it? A new conflict can change the entire fabric of a society and the characters within it. You can take a society that is defined by traditional class structures and a certain way of life. But when a war begins, everything should shift, not only for those going to the front line, but everyone in the story. People must take on new roles, resources dwindle, and values and priorities begin to change. As a result, the characters' lives and decision-making processes evolve, making the world feel more dynamic and real. Wars and crises force innovation. If your story spans years or decades, the world must evolve, potentially even moving between eras, like from medieval to industrial, or advancements in weapons technology. For example, Society A may develop firearms, while Society B may use their knowledge to develop new medication to treat combat injuries. While doing this, you have to remember to write the advancements from the eyes of the characters. If a character values the established social norms, they may feel like they're being left behind by a changing world. And characters may be apprehensive about new technology, even fearful initially. Then as the technology becomes more widely used, it becomes standard practice. Showing this evolution, not just in technology, but in the people who live in that world, is what makes your setting feel truly alive. Great fictional worlds aren't just well detailed, they feel alive, and that life comes from struggle, change, and the constant tension of opposing forces. Build your world around its conflicts, and you won't just have a setting, you'll have a story. What's the biggest conflict shaping the world in your story? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more writing tips, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next video.